Imagine if this outfit had actually come in time for me to wear it on day 2 of MusicalCon. That would have been really cool, wouldn't it? I would have looked so cute in my little cropped jumpery thing. I would have looked so adorable, but it didn't come in time, and I'm not salty about that. I'm very funny when it comes to conventions. I have a rule I like to stick to where I don't like to go to the first convention of anything because I like to see how it goes first. So after hearing fairly positive things about MusicalCon last year, I decided that I would go this year. And do you know what? I had a blast. I had such a great time at MusicalCon. And when I was thinking about what type of video I wanted to make about MusicalCon, I was kind of stuck for a while. I'm not really much of a vlog channel. I feel like that's like the one thing that I really struggle to do. I can appear on other people's vlogs. God knows I do. She loves the camera. But I really struggle to pull out a camera and just film myself. Or I feel like if I miss something, I will beat myself up about it for the entire day. It was after the first day, however, that I realised this is what I should just do. I should just sit down and talk about my experience. I mean, it's literally in the name of my channel, Ellie Talks Theatre. I mean, it shouldn't be that much of a shock that this is the type of video I wanted to do, but here we are. So today I'm going to walk you through everything I did at this weekend's MusicalCon. I'm going to talk you through what I bought, I'm going to talk you through what I did, and I'm going to tell you why I enjoyed it. Yes. But if you haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Ellie, I talk about theatre. I am the most chaotic theatre person on the internet, and I do reviews, discussions, video essays, and if any of that's interesting to you, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It really helps me out, it helps out the channel. But let's talk about the convention for the musical theatre. Yes. Instead of taking you through exactly what I did in the exact order, I'm going to break this up by the things that you could do at MusicalCon. I'm going to start by talking about the main stage and the panels. I'm going to then move on to talk about some of the photo ops and the stalls. I'm going to show you all the stuff I bought. I'm going to tell you about the awesome cosplays I saw. And then I'm going to end on a very sentimental note and talk about meeting you guys who were there and wanted photos with me for some reason. Thank God I looked pretty. So, I got to MusicalCon a little bit late on Saturday, but I made it just in time to catch Arlene Phillips' talk. Out of all of like the main stage things, which were mostly either discussions, performance, or a mixture of both, I actually found that it was a lot of like the interviews that I found myself really, really enjoying. I love an interview because I feel like it's such a nice way to get like a further insight into the industry. And what a fantastic one to start with Arlene Phillips. I mean, she has the experience. And even now, even at 80 years old, she is still working and even busier than ever. And she has so many interesting stories. Like she was talking about struggling to commute between Manchester and London. She spoke about how she worked for Ridley Scott and worked in Ridley Scott's home. There was so much that she talked about, and it was only even just scraping the surface with what she could talk about. These are the things that I found the most interesting at MusicalCon. Of course, I think a lot of other people would probably be there for the performances, but this is my jam. I love hearing about the backstage. I love hearing about everything. I love hearing about the process and how people climb their way to the top. Especially someone like Arlene Phillips, who has faced so many roadblocks in her career, and now is probably one of our most famous choreographers. Next up on the Saturday, we got to see Rachel Tucker, and oh my god. Look, I am a Rachel Tucker stan. I love a bit of Rachel Tucker. You put Rachel Tucker on that stage and I am there. Like, she is an icon, she is a legend, she is indeed the moment now, come on now. And she was there to promote her upcoming concert, which, take my money. Take my money. Take my money. I don't have very much of it, but take my money. Especially not after this weekend. But take my money. She got to perform some songs that I've never actually heard her perform before, such as Everything Changes from Waitress, which she performed so beautifully. And then she did He's My Boy from Jamie, and just... oh my gosh, she's so good. I'm probably going to be biased with this. Okay, I am very biased with this. My favourite talk of the weekend was getting to see my friends Daz, Andrew and Rachel do their year in review. Look, you love to see your friends succeed. You love to see your friends succeed, and they did such a wonderful panel. As well as it's a final talk that I got to catch on Saturday was this lovely discussion between some Elphabas and Galindas. It was so wonderful getting to see them talk about the show, talk about the pressures of these roles. Sunday had some more really, really interesting talks. My favourite of the day was the one right at the start, where Claude Michel Schonberg, who wrote Les Mis, the writer of Les Mis, was at MusicalCon. What is going on? And he spoke really in depth about writing Les Mis, seeing the growth of the show, how he approaches having different people play the roles that he wrote. It was this really lovely talk.
Came to Paris, saw the show, bought the record, and when he was back in London, he told Cameron, there is a French musical I would like to direct. And Cameron told him a French musical, but that's a contradiction in terms.
And again, alongside this, there were a couple of performances, including John Robbins doing Bring Him Home, Joanna Ampil doing On My Own, Bow Down, Goddess.
And I know it's only in my mind that I'm talking to myself and not to him. And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us.
My favourite performances of the day on Sunday were definitely the ones that were done by the new musicals. We got this lovely little showcase of a couple of new musicals that have had or are gearing up to have London runs, such as Ride, Baby, Super You, and getting to see these shows get this platform is really, really nice, especially because this is the type of area where we can get a lot of these musical theatre fans to introduce themselves to these shows. A lot of the fans of shows like Six and Heathers would really enjoy a show like Babies, a show like Ride, but they might not quite know about it yet. And I feel like this is such a perfect platform for them to show it off, and what a glorious showcase. I enjoyed some of the fan showcases this weekend. There was a lovely talk between a lot of the cast of Heathers and the creative team behind Heathers, which was really, really intriguing. And I even really enjoyed the Matilda one towards the end of the day. And finally, to end out the day, we had this panel of musical theatre writers, mostly people who are writing new British musicals, talking about how to write a musical. Honestly, it's so nice to see this happen. For ages, we've been pushing and pushing for more British musicals, and we've seen a great influx of them over the past couple of years. And it's really when you sit down and watch this panel, you see how many new British musical writers are starting to rise up, that it really kind of sets in that we're starting to get there. We're starting to make a lot more progress on that. It was actually pointed out by Mickey that a few years ago, this panel wouldn't have even happened. We wouldn't have had enough British musical writers to be on that panel. And what was so lovely is that pretty much all of them had a show coming up, something that they're working on, such as Babies, 42 Balloons, Super You. Obviously Rob Madge was there and Pippa Cleary was there, talking about My Sons Are Queer, which has just announced the Broadway transfer. Yes! Get in! It is really nice to start to see loads of these brilliant new British musicals start to rise up, and I'm so excited that next month I get to catch a bunch of them, because I've been waiting, and I'm so excited.
I always say that the hardest thing to do is to get started. Yeah. You can have so many ideas floating about in your head, and when you're looking at a blank piece of paper, thinking, oh, what could be, or where it could go, you can really stifle yourself. I think just put shit on a page, whatever it might be, and when you collaborate with people, they will make it better. My show, it says written by Rob Madge, but there are so many other writers on that show in my eyes, because I gave everybody my ideas and they curated it and formed it into the end product that you all see now. And like you said, it's ever evolving. Musical theatre doesn't, I don't think it has like an end point of this is what I want to achieve and this is how I'm going to do it. So the journey that never ever stops, but being open to all those different ideas and perspectives is what will give you a good show in the end.
Those are all the panels and the main stage things that I went to. I think that a lot of them were really, really successful. They were such variety, there were some really great moments, and from hearing what happened last year with sound, this wasn't an issue this year. They'd really taken on board a lot of the feedback and moved the two stages to be very, very separate. There was still a little bit of sound overlap, but it was never overly distracting. Now let's move on to talk about some of the photo ops that were at MusicalCon, and oh my god, I enjoyed every single one. I think the winner of this is Nymax. Nymax just smashed it out of the park. They had this massive booth in the middle of the convention hall that had 4 of their shows. Six, Jamie, Hadestown, and The Time Traveler's Wife. And each one had their own little thing to do. With The Time Traveler's Wife, you got to make origami. With Six, you got to take a photo on this massive 6 board while holding a microphone. On the Hadestown bit, they had the coats of Hades and Persephone that you could try on, and they were giving out Hadestown flowers, of which I actually have one right here, that they were handing out to everyone so you could get your photo on there. And Jamie, they went all out. Not only did they have the Jamie shoes that you could try on, and yes, I did, thank you, and I looked great. Thank you. But they also had a bit where you could get your own printed out photo with a Jamie backdrop on it, which is so good. Nymax went above and beyond for this. But they weren't the only ones. Moulin Rouge had this really lovely section where they had a photo op, but also were giving out temporary tattoos. Aladdin had the longest queue throughout the entire day of anything, because they had this absolutely giant magic lamp that you would rub, and then you would maybe be able to win a prize. Which, 1, brilliant, 2, I never got to do it because the queue was always so long. And Matilda had this amazing little bit where they had this giant trunchbull chair. I loved all of these. All of these felt so clever. They're such brilliant marketing. Because honestly, I wanted a photo of every single one. And I'm going to post that on social media. And when that gets posted on social media, that's free advertisement. There you go. It's smart. But do you know what? The one thing I wanted throughout the entire day, the one thing I wanted the most, I wanted a photo with the MusicalCon neon sign. I love a neon sign. I love a neon sign. A neon sign is brilliant. It's flashy, it's camp, it's just like me. And right by this MusicalCon sign, they had a few other little photo ops based on different shows like Heathers, Newsies, Mean Girls, and Dear Evan Hansen. Even though I will say the Newsies one, it was slightly misspelt. Instead of saying seize the day, it said size the day. Now for the moment I've been waiting for. Time to show you all the things I got for free and also bought. I think the best thing about MusicalCon, the best thing about any convention, is the free stuff. And listen, I got free stuff. Starting, of course, with the Hadestown flower. Look at this. I actually have one of these from Broadway, actually. I've never been, but I got sent one. So I actually do have a Hadestown flower. And these are the same ones that they were handing out then. Which is a nice sign that they may be doing something similar here in the UK. I'm hoping so. Because that was such a really lovely touch on Broadway, how they would hand out the flowers at stage door, and it really added like a lovely interactive element. So it looks like they may be doing it again. But this is so cute. I had it in my ear the entirety of for half, because I actually gave it to my friend Delaney. But I had one in my ear for the entirety of Sunday, which looked very cute. It looks very cute in photos, and it matched my red makeup, so it slayed. Next up, I actually got the opportunity to speak to a couple of the writers of the new musicals, which was really lovely and really nice to kind of get a different perspective. But what I loved was that Jack Godfrey was giving out 42 balloon badges, and I got to see this show at the Vaudeville last year. I obviously didn't review it because they weren't asking for reviews, they were asking for feedback, which I gave some, of course. But I'm really, really excited. That showcase was such a lovely little hint of what could be such a brilliant smash hit musical. And they've already got a show announced for next year. And these little badges. I'm so excited for this. Look at it! I'm already a massive fan of this show. I also got to speak to some of the creatives of Super You as well, who were handing out this very lovely comic book inspired print. There's Lord Lane's character on the back. Look how cute that is. That's stunning. You can see that's obviously meant to be Lucy Jones, Jenny O'Leary. This is stunning. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. And these very holographic stickers. You can probably tell how holographic they are. They are extremely holographic. Like, I was surprised at how holographic these are. But yes. My friend is massive. My friend is massively into this show, so I'll probably give her one of these. Also, speaking of free things, I was handing out stickers all day. So was my good friend Mickey Joe Theatre, whose sticker is on the back of my phone case right now. Oh my god, hey. Oh my god, slay. Also, my friend Daz was handing out all that Dazzle's badges. I originally wanted to do badges. I didn't have the time nor the money, but but there's badges now. As I'm still on the free things. She's a hoarder. As well as this, a lovely person came up to me, just handing out these little like friendship band things. I think they're like the Taylor Swift thing, right? They're the Taylor Swift thing. And they were just like, oh, what's your favourite musical? And I was like, oh, it's Come From Away. And then they just handed me a little Come From Away band thing. Look at that! Look at it! Look at it! It's so cute! Stunning! Thank you so much, whoever... I just broke it. No, I just broke it! Well, thank you whoever gave that to me. I will treasure it never again, because I just broke it. I'm so sorry. Oh, no. And this is why I am the most chaotic theatre person on the internet. We got this lovely little CD from the people at Westway, the music of theatre, which has a lot of really big names on this little track list. They've kind of selected a lot of their artists and picked one song. You got Samantha Barks on here, you got Rachel Tucker, you've got Rachel John, Kerry Ellis, you've got My Son's a Queer, yes! And I can't wait to sit down and listen to this. There's loads of beautiful names, all printed on the front. At the end of the convention, they were handing out MusicalCon t-shirts. Very cute. They're from last year, though, which... They're from last year. It's also a small, which I have not fit into a small since I was, like, 10. So... my mum's gonna love this. That's all your free stuff. This is things I paid for now. Now, my friend Amy Lovett, and her lovely fiancée, Lucy, have started a business where they will make mirrors. And they will print designs onto these mirrors, and they are gorgeous. I knew throughout the entire weekend that I needed one. I needed one mainly because I support my besties. You support your friends. That's what you should do. You go to their panels, you buy their things, you give them money, you support your besties. I don't know if you can even tell what it is with the light. This might work. Okay, there you go, that works. I'm reflecting on a white surface. So, I got this lovely, God, that's brilliant one. That's Operation Mincemeat. Love it. I had to get something Come From Away and something Operation Mincemeat. And you'll see the Come From Away things later. But look at it, it's so good! Amy and Lucy do such a good job with this business. You gotta go support them. Music and the Mirror, go drop them a follow. Go buy their stuff. Go buy their stuff. I mean, this is glorious. I love this. I spent £11 on that. I'm gonna tell you the prices of things. And then I'm going to panic about how much I spent later. As well as this, the lovely Theatre and Threads had a little thing. I did actually get this for free. They were handing these out at the end of con, which are very pretty. Look at it. Look at it. It's lovely and pink. But I did actually buy a patch, specifically a Come From Away patch. Look at that. Beautiful, stunning. Welcome to the Rock. If you come from away, hey. Theatre and Threads. Honestly, this is the first time I've been introduced to them. They are stunning. Look at these. They had so many different ones based on shows. They had an amazing Alphabet and Glinda one that, oh, Oh, if I was a bigger Wicked fan, that would be in my basket immediately. I think I spent £10 on this little patch, which is going to go on a jacket or a bag or something. So if you see me around, I would probably be having this somewhere on my person. Next up, Wacky Websters, a chocolate brand run by Jack Webster, who I had the pleasure of meeting this weekend. Such a lovely guy. But when I saw Mickey get these, I knew I needed them. They are chocolate lollies, but shaped like a Laurence Olivier Award. Look at this. Look at it. And a Tony Award. And I have been saving these. I have been waiting. I have had to have patience, which is something I don't have, because I had to eat these on camera, because I needed to try them. Oh my god, it's even got like silver. It's even got like, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's even got like silver, like, details on there. They like sprayed it silver. That's amazing. This is milk chocolate, and this one is dark chocolate. Now, I am a milk chocolate girly, so, I mean, and this one's gold! This one's gold! Look at it! Look at it! And now I'm going to try them both. Oh, they're so pretty. I don't wanna eat them. They're so pretty. Thank you so much for this award. I'd like to thank my mother. I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank Jack Webster for making these amazing chocolates that were both £2.50 each. And that you can go to their website and buy some more, because amazing, aren't they? Look at them. Oh my god, that's so good. I'm not normally a dark chocolate girly, but my god, this just hits like such a nice balance. You get like the typical like bitterness of dark chocolate, but it's really nicely mixed. Milk. I can't believe I'm saying it. I think the dark chocolate wins here. But either way. And finally, my biggest purchase of the weekend. The thing that cost me the most money. I have been wanting to get one of these for so long. I have had my eye on this one specifically for so long. Peter Hanna, star of Waitress in the West End, has had this Build Your Own West End series for so long. And my eye has always been on the Come From Away one, which you can't see because my ring light is ruining it! Right, here you go. I've taken it out of the plastic so you can actually see it now. Look at these. Peter's drawings, Peter's art is like so detailed. It's incredible. Like this print is amazing. If you look at it, you can see all of the little details. You can see like the shading on the theatre. You can see all the detail. I love the little splash of colour on there. And look at it. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous. This was my biggest purchase of the day. This cost £38, I think. But oh my god, it was worth every single one. I love Come From Away and I love Peter's work. So that's everything I bought at the event. And everything I got for free, and everything that I have now broken. I'm so sorry, girl who gave me the Come From Away bracelet. I am so mad. I'm so mad at myself. The other amazing thing to witness at MusicalCon were all of the cosplays. These cosplayers stepped up their game. There were some amazing ones. I found this incredible Christine one as well that was just glorious, which was a copy of her opera dress that she has with like the scarf that she holds towards the start when she's doing Think of Me, and just it looked gorgeous. A couple of ones that I didn't get to film. There was this incredible Trunchbull, just absolutely fantastic Trunchbull. There was a guy who does King Henry VIII, which I always get a kick out of. Brilliant, camp, I love it. There were some amazing cats from Cats. My favourite one I did actually get to film, which you're probably seeing right now. And I've got to shout out my bestie. I've got to shout out my friends. Because if you're not supporting your friends, what are you doing? My friend Kaylin did May from Anne Juliet. And He was talking me through some of the details of the costume and like the stitching on the legs and everything. And it looks so good. It looks so good. My bestie looks so good. And if you want to see how good my bestie looked, you go follow them on Instagram. Go do that now. Support my besties. Because you can't support your besties. How the hell are you going to support yourself? Can I get an amen up in here? But honestly, the thing that kind of shocked me the most about this weekend was meeting everyone. I'll start with meeting the people who I stopped, which wasn't many. I didn't stop many celebrities walking around because I like to get in their space. I had a lovely chat with Rob Madge, who knew who I was, which gooped and gagged me. I can't believe Rob Madge knows silly old me. As well as I've mentioned some of the other musical writers I spoke to. But actually this weekend was mostly the other way around. Having you guys come say hello to me. Which, look, I'm a silly theatre-y person on the internet. I must say, I felt like a bit of a celebrity, which is weird, because I am not a celebrity. It was this mix of, like, surreal and wonderful. It will always be a little bit weird to me. It will always be a little bit surreal to me that people know me and like me enough that they want a photo with me. But everyone who came up to me was so kind and patient and just so... There's no other word for it. So wonderful. I had some lovely chats with people just about the stuff that I've made and the stuff going on in the Excel that day. That was just... It was just so nice. Why are you so nice? But just a genuine, massive, massive thank you to everyone who said hello and just... You all were so lovely. You all were so lovely. So, let's summarise. I was a little bit hesitant about MusicalCon. I will be perfectly honest. I'm very hesitant about conventions. But this was such a wonderful experience. It felt like they'd really taken on board feedback from last year. It really felt like a lovely space. There's a couple of things that they need to tweak. My friend Jack, who speaks about accessibility in theatre, has mentioned a couple of things that they can tweak a little bit as well to make it even more accessible to people. But I think the best part of that day was just being with that community. Not only the people who came up to me and said hello from my community, but also being there with friends. I had an absolute blast at MusicalCon. You have to have a lot of energy to get you through 2 days. I'll say that specifically, but being there for both of those days, getting to experience it for both of those days, was something I really, really enjoyed. Something I'm very surprised that I really, really enjoyed. And next year, I want a panel. Please, please, I'm such a theatre kid. I need a stage. Give me a panel. But what do you think? Were you at MusicCon this year or last year? What did you think? What are your honest thoughts? And if you did say hello to me at MusicCon, let yourself know in the comments, because you were so nice. If you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It really helps me out, helps out the channel. Here's some links to my videos on the screen right now, and a link to my Instagram where I do very pretty things. But that's it for me today, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!